The project I'm working on right now is this piece. We're going to use this piece in our upstairs bathroom for a vanity. This piece came down through the family, and we decided that we wanted to make it a permanent part of our upstairs bathroom because it's really cool. What this is this is an old nightstand. And what I mean by that is this was originally constructed to put in this area a pail, tin, with a lid. And you set the pail in here before you went to bed. On top, you would put a dish or a pan with a pitcher in it full of water. And what this was originally designed for is people would use this at night to go to the bathroom. You would take the water, you'd take the pot out, you'd go to the bathroom in it, you'd use the water, you'd put water in it, you'd put the lid back on it, put it back in there, and then set your pitcher back up here for use at another time. Then in the morning, you would open this back up, you would take your pail out, and you would dispose of that at the outhouse. This is a very old piece, and we're going to make this our upstairs vanity. This old pump is going to be our water source. Now we're not going to fill this pump like you normally would in a well application. This is a real pump, but I'm going to run pipe up through here and bring it out to the edge here and put an aerator on it so the water will come out of this spout and drop into the basin and go down through and into our drain trap. And I'll show you what this is all going to look like as we progress here, but so let's get started. First thing that's going to need to happen here is we're going to have to take this back off. These nails are square. This is a really old piece, so I'm going to try and keep all these and reuse all these nails. I'm going to have to be extremely careful taking this apart. Perfect. The next step here is to drill a hole here for my water to come up out of here. Now I've marked an X right there. I used about an 11/16 drill. I have a piece of CPVC. We have that marked. Just made it through. Perfect. Now our CPVC pipe fits up through here. Yes, it will fit. You can see the bottom of the pipe here. So now we're going to drill the top of the cabinet for the drain. The next part of this project is I'm going to start installing the water now. Now what we're going to use for the on-off is a shower style that goes all the way one way for hot, then you can come back and mix it, then you can go back down to cold, and then you shut it off. And this is going to be mounted this way. Alright, now I'm not going to use the tub part. This is marked up. And this is hot, and this is cold. So this part runs down into the tub frame, which would be your spout for your tub. And I'm not going to use that, so I've taped this and put this plug on it that came with it just in case you don't need this piece. And I've tightened this up, and it's got an O-ring in it that slides inside, and this compression fitting goes over it here, so that will not leak. Now I'm going to transfer these holes and marks into the wood over here, and I'm going to use 1/4 bolts through this way and bolt straight through the wood here. Alright, now let's drill these holes out from the inside. Now we'll come out here and drill these back through that way. we've decided we don't want to use this cover. We want to keep it as rustic and as antique looking as possible, and this is not the deal. So what I've come up with here is we're going to cut a piece of wood here to go over where the cover goes. This is old wood I have, and it's got a great patina on it. And I'm going to cut this with the handsaw. This is the piece we're going to use. This will be the back, this will be the bottom. I just feel like sometimes you should just do things the old-fashioned way. I'm not really like a woodworker. I don't have a lot of woodworking tools. But you know what? An old handsaw can do a pretty good job. Now I found the exact center of this piece that I'm going to put on, and I have to hole saw a hole through that. And I've set that all up, and I'm ready to hole saw now. Now this fits perfect, and you can see the patina is pretty close to the original. It's not exact, but this looks like old wood, and it is old wood because it came out of my shop over there in my shelf project. Now there's bolts behind this, you can see. And that gives me my exact place. I'm gonna countersink these a little big. All right, let's see how this fits. That looks good. All right, I found what I want to use. These are old-timey carriage bolts. You can see all the patina on them. That is mounted. So this is the next step of the process. This drawer has to be cut here and here, and it has to be cut up into here so that it'll go by that drain coming down through. Then I'm going to basically build a box inside this box that will be empty here, and you'll still be able to use the drawer, and the drawer will be fully functional. The other thing that I just got done is I made drawer stops for these. All these are is staples for small Romax. And this drawer comes out and stops there, and I've installed them in the bottom as well. And when you hit the door stops, these drawers are flush, and that's exactly what I wanted. Now again, I'm going to get old-timey on you, and I'm going to use my handsaw. Now I've laid this piece of cardboard in here to keep my saw from damaging the bottom of the drawer. There's a nail in the bottom of this. Nope. Look at that. It's old glue. Wow. Now this piece I'm going to use for the front of my box because it's exactly the right width. Okay, I've got this cut just started. I'm going to try something here on this end and see if it works. I'm going to try and drop this through and cut this off flush. Let's see if I can do this. There, now as you can see, that's perfect. It's really exactly the way I wanted it. Back in here, in the front here, you have about an inch where the drawer comes back to the stop here. One of the other reasons why I'm using this saw so much, it's not just old-timey, it's really hard to get any kind of power tool in here to cut this stuff. So this is going to be for one of our sides. Now I need to make a pattern on another board just like this. Now I'm building my box here, and I'm going to use these little tiny nails, but because this wood is so old, I'm going to drill them all. Now we're going to put this box in our drawer. It looks like it's going to fit just right. Exactly what I wanted. Now I've installed these little guys here for drawer stops. I like it. I like it a lot. So now this drawer is fully functional. You've got all this room here, up here, and back here, and the drawer stop it at the right point. What I'm doing right now is I'm putting in these slides for the inside of the drawer because there's no stabilizer here on this, which is what I wanted to make sure that none of this ever sags or, well, this is the new bowl. This is a glass bowl. This is going to have plumber's putty under it, and it's going to set down into this detent, and all water will drain. We have approximately here a ½ inch of gap, which is excellent. So this is going to be the sink. We brought it out to make sure it would fit in the hole and at the point of here where I'm going to attach this pump, and it looks like everything is perfect. The next job I have to do on this is I have to cut this piece out here because my hot water line is going to recess into this about a ½ inch, and I just started on this and I've got this almost through. So let's see if I can finish this up. Again, want to be real careful here and not hurt anything. Now this is cut enough, I believe. If I have to trim this, I'll trim it in the house. We have to get this whole unit up in the air 1.5 inches. These are the two boards that I've decided to use for the bottom. Attach this one over this one, and by looking at these marks I can exactly figure out where I want to be. Alright, the top is done. We have our patina here, we have it lined up. This is the front, We want to see patina here and here. We don't care about this. We don't care about this, and we don't care about the backs. Okay, I got the cabinet flipped over. All right, this is on. I have my 1.5 inches. All right, I've got this back down on its feet, and as you can see here, I've got enough room to drill and screw this to the floor here and here. That is perfectly level. Okay, we're ready to drill in. I've got this pump set exactly where I want it. So these are the lag bolts I'm going to use when I finish install this. So we are done with this project.